gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory, episode 102. Thank you very much for the support on the last few episodes. It's been a bit of a madness with all of the content that EA have dropped SBC-wise. It's been a case of me recording like sometimes 2 or 3 days in advance, so I haven't had a chance to sort of read the comments and catch up with the content, if that makes sense. So we'll do that in tomorrow. No, we won't do that in tomorrow. We'll do that in just a second. I'm actually recording this before the episode you watched yesterday has even gone live yet. In fact, I haven't even rendered it yet. That's how early I'm doing it. Basically, I want to get the intro done so that I can just crack on with games, get all that edited, and then we'll go through some comments in just a second via all the games. First, though, I have a couple of packs to open. I have a... What do I have? A La Liga Premium Gold pack. That's the 7.5. Then I have two 25k La Liga packs, and then I have a tradable Team of the Week pack. The reason I've done a tradable is because I had Perrin untradable, and I had the Napoli goalkeeper untradable, as you would have seen in yesterday's episode, I think. All going on. So I thought, you know what, instead of just doing another untradable, maybe packing one of those two, I might as well use them and see if we can get tradable. Now, let's do the 7.5, get that out the way, pack nothing, and then move on to the 25ks. Hopefully pack something in these four. Not necessarily expecting much, to be honest, but you never know. And then we'll move into the gameplay. No word of a lie, those two were in exactly the same pack yesterday. I thought that was like identical pack then. I've already started Foot Champs. I've done more since you would have watched. Since I've done this, and it doesn't matter. It's just so complicated to keep up with it. But I've already started it, although I've done loads more now that you're watching it. Yeah, it's not been a terrible start, as you'll see. No board in that one. This has been a terrible set of packs, though. We get Pablo Sarabia in that one. Not going to be useful for anything other than throwing straight back into the SBC. No duplicates in there, which is nice. And the final 25k La Liga pack gives us no walkout, which is a shame, but if we're going to get boards though. If we were only going to get one walkout out of these four, Eva Banega, classic, then I would like it to be from the Team of the Week anyway. So hopefully we can get a walkout in that Team of the Week pack. Eva Banega in there. We've just got Sarabia. I'm going to discard him because I know he's duplicate, untradeable. Right, so all comes down to this. We want to walk out first and foremost, and then I'm going to shout the flag I want to see. It's no walkout, so I'm not going to shout the flag. I actually want to see French flag now, to be honest. If I don't see a French flag, I'm going to be a bit upset. Oh, dear. Yep, that's 79 rated. Dennis, I think it is. Yep, there it is. I mean, good pace. Good dribbling and shooting, to be fair, for a 79 rated card. Probably not a bad card, but I didn't want it for quality, really. I mean, for a 79 rated player, that's not terrible. His stamina's trash, but it's not a bad card. But I don't care, if that makes sense. I wanted something that was worth a bit of money. Not the best Team of the Week in the world to be trying this. People keep banging on about how good the Team of the Week is. Ooh, shall we open 4 of these? No. I mean, you never know. Your luck could be in, right? But we sold that Mario Götze. Get rid of that. Yeah, people kept banging on about how good this Team of the Week was. But then as soon as they dropped the repeatable Team of the Week SBC, everyone was like, this Team of the Week's trash. I'm going to save it for a better Team of the Week. So, same people on Twitter doing that as well. Like, it's crazy. Like, do you not read your tweets before you tweet them? Anyway, that's that. I may do a few more of those before the end of them. I think it depends on who we buy for the team and so on and so forth. But I would like to continue to do those premium La Liga packs because I've got a feeling at some point we'll pack something decent. We've already got 2 walkouts in the same pack, and it was yesterday's episode. There is something left to come from there because there's so many special cards in packs and just big names in general from that league. But for right now, let's go into the gameplay. Let's kick off Foot Champs with a bang, shall we? Of course, we're going into this now with a team that isn't necessarily that good. Okay, you've got icons in there, and as soon as people see icons, they don't see what icons they are. They just see the white card design. In fact, I played someone went to play someone just a second ago. He didn't have a great side at all, and he quit before the game even started, and I wholeheartedly believe that he quit because he saw 3 icons and he didn't want any part of it. His team was awful, to be fair. He had Benzema, Giroud, just the standard cards, no special cards in there whatsoever, 3 at the back, and I mean, he had chemistry and everything, so he'd obviously built the team. It wasn't like he was using a bot to get wins as sometimes you do get on PC, but I think he just saw the icons and was like, it's not worth my time as it's Sunday. Maybe he just quit out, I don't know, but either way, yeah, going into the first weekend league with this team, and this was the first game, and I'm not nervous about it because, and I'll go into it in just a second, but I've played Rivals, right, and I've actually won quite a few games of Rivals last week with this team, and I actually really enjoy this team. It's a lot of fun to use. But first game of Weekend League, could not put the ball in the back of the net for love nor money. Couldn't seem to score. Couldn't seem to get a rhythm going. And unfortunately, we actually get trounced in the first game, which was, again, like I said, not the best thing in the world, especially when you have to bring on Mertens just for fatigue reasons more than anything else, and he is the one that bags himself the goal, which made me think, well, hang on a minute, if I can just play Mertens, why don't I just start Mertens if he's scoring goals? We'll go into that later on in the video, though, because I suppose that'll be sort of more of a squad discussion screen. The top comment is one that I agree with. I really do, but... and there is a but, and I'll get to the but in a second. So Logan says, if you put more effort into the thumbnails, you would get lots more views and subs, because when you look at the thumbnail, we don't really want to click on the video, and it's a shame because the videos you make are amazing. I hope you get the message. It's not criticism. I'm just giving you some advice from the viewer perspective. Thank you very much, Logan. That's got 25 thumbs up. And that on a comment, to be fair, on a video, I should say, that didn't really get an awful lot of interaction. View-wise, it was okay. It didn't do fantastically well, but I can understand why. Now, I put Mario Götze on the thumbnail. I actually really like the thumbnails in general, and I think the player is a massive part of why people click on, and the title, of course, but why people click on a video, and I get it, and I understand that. But if you rewind to episode 3 or 4, there is a comment, and the comment is, can you stop putting the players you pack or the most significant player of the video on the thumbnail because it's ruining it. And there's no happy medium, right? So for instance, when I pack Ronaldo, notice I didn't put Ronaldo on the thumbnail because it would have ruined the video. You've got, oh, he packed Ronaldo, right? And I hate it when people go in the title, we packed prime icon, blah blah blah. We packed Ronaldo. Like, I don't care anymore. I just know we've done from the title and the thumbnail. I don't want to click it anymore. Net released a video. He said he packed prime icon Ruud Gullit, right? Now he put the clip on Twitter as well. He was live streaming it, to be fair, so if you were watching the live stream, you'd know all about it. But he clipped it, or someone clipped it for him, and he shared it on Twitter. So I watched it, and then the video popped up in my sub box, and the video was, the thumbnail was literally, sorry, hit my mic, Ruud Gullit coming out of the pack, and the title was, I packed prime icon Ruud Gullit. Now, there is literally no reason for me to watch that video anymore, because A, I've already seen the clip on Twitter, B, I've seen the title, and I've seen the thumbnail, and it gives it all away. There's no point. Like, I just don't care. So I didn't click it, and I haven't watched it, and I'm not going to, because I already know what happens. So I'm not sure how I meant to make a thumbnail that sort of gives you an exciting reason to click the video, without giving away the video, but without making it clickbait. Because the last thing I want to do is put, like, Pele, Ronaldo, Messi on every single thumbnail if they've got nothing to do with the video. What I might do is that right at the end of the video, just shout someone's name, like Maradona, and then I can put him in the thumbnail. I just don't know what I meant to do, and I'm not having a go back at you. I'm genuinely perplexed. I don't know what I meant to do. I'm just like, I can't win either way, basically. I can't give away the video, but then what I tend to do is I tend to put the second most significant player in. Like Mario Götze, we packed his inform. you know, he takes a good picture, let's be honest. And I just threw it on there. And I don't even think about the thumbnails these days, to be honest, because we are 102 episodes deep. I've got that sort of basic thumbnail design. What I tend to do is just grab a player and stick it on the front, change the number of the episode, and job done. And I don't know. An overhaul of the complete thumbnail is not something I'm interested in doing. That made me want Luis Suarez even more, watching him do that to me. But yeah, the overhaul of the thumbnail is not going to happen. As far as the player on the front is concerned, I don't know what to do. I really don't. So, kind of answers that. This isn't necessarily anything to do with like me being able to like answer it as a question. It's more like a thank you, I guess, from someone I can't pronounce the name of. Is it Broey? Broey23. He says, "Hey TVM, I've been struggling with an eye infection all Christmas," and that sounds like it sucks, and haven't been able to play any foot for about 3 weeks. It hasn't mattered though, because I've been watching The Road to Glory every day instead, and I just want to say thanks for always trying to make it as enjoyable as possible for the viewers. Before I read the rest of it, in fact, I don't think I will read the rest of it. He goes on to say that he's totally hooked and can't wait to see how the team and myself progress every day. Wish I could play myself, but wishing The Road to Glory would be more than enough for me until my eye heals. Thanks again. P.S. I love what you've done with the team since selling Ronaldo. So thank you very much for the kind words. And in the end, I did read it all. The main point of me reading that was A, hope your eye gets better and you can actually play some games. B, thank you very much for watching, despite the fact you do have an eye infection. I don't understand how you've managed to watch with an eye infection. But hopefully all that gets better, and I appreciate the kind words. And he said, there's a line in there, he says, thank you for trying to make it as enjoyable as possible for the viewers. And ultimately, that is what I'm doing. There's a comment underneath from Robbo who says he's saving up for Cruyff, right? And then there's one underneath that from I can't pronounce it. Jody Boy. I apologise, mate. You've been on the channel for so long, and I still can't say your name. And he said he wants prime icon Steven Gerrard, right? If I wanted, which I do, prime icon Steven Gerrard, I would have him by now on this account. If I wasn't a content creator, and that goes back to the trying to make it as enjoyable as possible. If I said to you, right, I've got a base team, and I'm alright to play with this for a while. We're going to wait 50, 60, 70 episodes until we can afford prime icon Steven Gerrard. That would be the most boring 60 episodes you've ever seen, because I wouldn't be buying anyone, I would barely be completing SBCs, I would just be grinding games and doing rewards, and I wouldn't have anything in between. So the fact that the team looks like it does, and maybe we don't have some of the players we could potentially have, it all comes down to me trying to make it as enjoyable as possible. There is no way I would be doing as many SBCs, like the last 2 or 3 episodes and the beginning part of this video have been packs on a Road to Glory account with no FIFA points spent. Steven Gerrard proving why we don't need the prime. But yeah, the reason for that is because I'm trying to make it as enjoyable as possible. So hopefully you guys understand that unfortunately we don't, on this account, it's not all about trying to get, you know, elite or gold 1 or top 100 or whatever. We're not all about that. We're not trying to analyze our gameplay to be better. We're not trying to be as sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, frugal, I guess, frugal as possible with our coins. We're not trying to save every penny. I'm just trying to make it as enjoyable to watch as possible while still being enjoyable to play. So before we get into the entertainment, and we open a couple more packs, nothing too crazy, just a few that we have. Let's talk about this for a second. I'm not going to bore you with, oh, we could do this, we could do that. I'm going to keep Fabinho in there for the foreseeable future, I think. I was toying with the idea of getting an upgrade to that Fabinho, so the Inform UCL or the UCL Live. UCL Live's too expensive. It's about 700,000 coins on PC right now, so I might as well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just buy Baby Gattuso, right? Because he would be, on paper at least, better than this Fabinho card. But I mean, he's played 343 games. I haven't got any complaints with him at all. He's a fantastic player. With a chem style, he's in the 90s, high 90s. So there's just no need to change him. I don't want to spend money for like 1 or 2 points here or there. So it's UCL Live or nothing, I think. The Inform isn't too bad, but still. Dennis Bergkamp's actually doing well for me right now. 14 assists in 16 games with 7 goals. For a striker, you'd like that to be the other way around, 14 goals, 7 assists, but we don't use strikers conventionally in this team. So, you can definitely understand why. Plus, he does switch into a cam position every now and again. So that kind of makes sense. I think I will sell him, but for right now, I'll keep him for the end of the weekend league. Might see what rewards bring us. What I would like to change, though, and it's annoying because I don't really want to spend the money because I may need it if I decide to get rid of Bergkamp and if Mahrez goes or whatever. My bench isn't strong enough, and I'm feeling it big time because striker-wise, Mertens comes on, and that's it. I don't have any more attacking options on that. Well, Firmino is an attacking option, but what I mean is, if Mahrez or Mbappe get fatigued, which happens from time to time, who do I bring on? Who do I bring on as my right wing or my left wing? Don't want to bring Firmino on as a left wing or a right wing. I could bring on Mertens as a left wing, and I could bring Firmino on as a striker. But what I like to do is bring Mertens on as a striker, and then I have no other options for the wing. So Casemiro, great CDM. Someone actually said, why don't I use Casemiro? Because he's a fantastic CDM. And I agree, he is. We used him in the beginning. We sold him. We brought him back in. Sold him again. Just packed him untradeable. Was it yesterday or the day before? But Fabinho's better. You know, he's just a better card. He's got better reactions, I think. No, maybe not better reactions, but he's just a better card. He feels a much better card than this. I mean, to be fair, on paper, he probably isn't a better card, but he just is to me. And then you've got Nainggolan, who doesn't get a look in anymore. I might as well sell him, to be honest. Toni Kroos, he's never going to get played because we have Roberto Firmino. And then Pjanic, who is never going to get played at all, ever, because we have Casemiro, Firmino, Nainggolan, and Toni Kroos ahead of him. And then, of course, we've got Balde, who just isn't good enough to come on as a left mid. I mean, in an emergency, or if you're winning 3-4-0 with 20 minutes to go, fair enough. But other than that, I don't want to bring him on because I don't feel like he's good enough. He's definitely not good enough to change the game. We used to have the likes of Scream Shaqiri. We had Player of the Month Lucas. We had that Scream Koke card at one point. So we have had options in the team, but we had to sell them for one reason or another. So I am tempted to go out and buy a couple of, I would say, emergency super subs. I mean, like left wings in the club right now. Marcus Rashford is just not good enough. We've got Pedro, not good enough. You know, like there's just no one there that I would say I can bring on that would change it. This guy right here, maybe if you were really pressed to bring someone on, I suppose he could actually come on instead of Balde. And maybe we sort of send him back to the club. But I'm thinking of going out and buying like a Malcolm or something like that, as well as maybe someone else for that left-hand side. We'll have to wait and see what happens there, but I just don't want to spend too many coins. With regards to record, I've sold someone. Hang on. What was it? What was I even selling? Oof, made money on him actually because I bought him for $750. I bought some players to complete the premium SBCs for the leagues, and I bought a small in which I already had, so I bought them for $750, sold them for $900. Could actually make some money off that if I have time to do it later. But let's have a look at the record for right now, because we are sitting on 7 wins in 9 matches, so it's 7-2. That's a very good record, considering that's a much better record than what we had last week. Much better, and probably one of the best starts we've had in Foot Champs. And we are using a team that doesn't have Dybala, that doesn't have Ronaldo, doesn't have Aguero. We're not using Nainggolan, so not bad. Plus, I'm not raging anywhere near as much because I'm actually enjoying using Littman and Bergkamp, Gerrard and the like. So yeah, it's healthy. It's much healthier to play with players you enjoy and you more or less get the same results than it is to play with players you feel like you should be using and not getting the results and you can't work out why. I've got an excuse now as well, which is fantastic. If I don't win a game, in my mind it's because my team isn't good enough, but that's okay because it's my choice to not be good enough because I prefer to have a bit of fun. The other team that I had with Ronaldo, Dybala, etc., there was so much pressure on me, well, at least I felt like there was, because my team was so good, I should be winning games. And because I wasn't, I couldn't work out why. So, yeah, we've eliminated that. Let's go and open these packs before this episode turns into a half-hour affair of me just sort of talking utter nonsense again. We've got a 7.5, which is just a standard 7.5. I got that for playing 5 games this week. Ronaldo, no walkout, which is to be expected. We do get a rare player, though, which is nice. and it's going to be Decora. Should be in form. Well, not now, but should have had an inform at one point. Just going to throw all that in the club. Nothing too crazy. Right, now we have a La Liga Premium Gold, which are the two 7.5s. I have a Premium Premier League pack and a Premium La Liga pack. Now, I did a Premier League one on the off chance we get Pogba. But I just feel like, I don't know. I know the players a bit better there, and we haven't opened many of them, if any at all, so I'm just going to give it a go. But we'll do the La Liga ones first, because La Liga have the most special cards in packs right now, so you'd hope to pack one of those. Like, if we get something like a Ben Yedder or something, we can use that as a super sub, and we would never need to get rid of it. Kondogbia would, again, be a super sub. We could then afford to sell Nainggolan without any regrets, that kind of thing, you know. And in fact, we may even use Kondogbia if we were to get him. We get Vitolo. I used him to get one of the premium packs, so again, that's just replenishing. And here we are. We get La Liga Premium, Premier League Premium. Let's open the Premier League one first. I'll probably do a few more of these for tomorrow. Not going to go crazy with it, of course, but I will do a few, because it'll be rude not to. We get a French left-back from Man City, Mendy. That's not a bad pull. I don't think he goes for anywhere near as much as he used to. In fact, he probably doesn't sell for anything these days. But he was a 20k player in the first few weeks of FIFA. In fact, first couple of months of FIFA, he was a 20k player. He's not that bad now, but 3k. Can't sell him, of course. It's all untradeable, but not too bad. And then, of course, finally, to end this episode, we have a La Liga Premium. Can we get anything good to end us off here? Nope. So the thumbnail is going to be something generic. We don't even get boards. Typical. We do get ourselves a guy I used to get this pack in the first place, though. So, you know, whatever. Like I said, tomorrow I will do a couple more. Like I said, nothing crazy, but we will do a few more. We'll complete... I don't know whether I'll show you all of the Foot Champs games. I obviously will finish Foot Champs, but I don't know whether I'll show you all of the footage or whether I'll just cut out and maybe show you the best bits, or I'll show you all of however much I can fit in, show you where we finished, and then we'll just do the rest of the footage on Monday, and I'll talk over it and give you some idea as to what maybe we're going to change about the team, or we'll answer some questions, or whatever. Yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. 125k packs right now. 5 of them. They just don't care, do they? They just want people to open... I mean, it's tempting, but I'm not going to. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, do me a favour and smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, of course. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, goodbye.